The cover has been lifted on the Dodge Hornet that is set to debut later this year. With leaked photos of the exterior and the interior, we now have an idea of the updated design language that Dodge will go with moving forward. Stellantis teased last year during the EV Day the next generation cars and SUVs that will be coming the next couple of years. But what if I told you that this Hornet leak confirms that part sharing will make all future Dodge models less diverse and more costly to use? So let's break down these pictures and see what's next for Dodge, from the Never Live program to the new Charger and even the next Durango in this video. The new Dodge Hornet is expected to be unveiled by Dodge in the next couple of months. Now, Dodge hasn't released an official timeline of when they will show the Hornet, but it was said last year that they would show a new vehicle around Q1 of 2022. The timing of this Hornet mule showing up is perfect for a Q1 unveiling. Now, if you didn't know, the Hornet will be built in Europe by Alfa Romeo and imported to the US. The only Dodge vehicle currently being made in the US is the Durango. But as I was saying, with these Hornet photos leaked a few weeks ago, everything lines up perfectly for Dodge to use this particular mule to film their unveiling video for the Hornet. These pictures showing up in February gives this mule a few weeks to ship to the US, and then gives Dodge plenty of time to film for a Q1 unveiling. Dodge will give us a heads up when they show off this new Hornet, because I am certain that this is the vehicle behind this Never Live garage door that looks like it has a can of Raid Watson Hornet kill on it. Another reason why I say this would be the Hornet mule used for filming is because you can look at Dodge's trend of using red vehicles to unveil certain models to the public. When they first showed off the Charger Hellcat, it was red. When they first showed off the Charger Hellcat, red. Red Demon. Even Ram used a red TRX when they first showed it off during this live stream. Now, I know these are Hellcat equipped vehicles, but don't expect the Hornet to get a new Hellcat drivetrain. Rather, just think of when Dodge wants to grab attention, they typically have been using red vehicles. Just like during EV Day last year, Dodge wanted to grab attention with a red next-gen Charger underneath the sheets. Just saying. While I'm on the subject of that Charger, let's see the similarities with it and the Hornet. Everything lines up between these two images. Side bumper grills, lower bumper, hood profile. You can see distinct lines above the headlight, so we know the next version of the Charger will also have a recessed headlight design similar to the Hornet. So I don't see the Charger going to a retro version of this vehicle right here that I says is the Cuda EV, but rather just an updated version of its current design that's going to be styled similar to the new Hornet. One thing I did notice is that this Hornet mule has hood distractors. Most likely they're fake just like they are on my Ram TRX, but I'm going to say this is most likely a Hornet with an SRT performance trim. If you look at the hoods on the Durango, the RT and SRT trims are the only ones that get a performance hood, but the RT package does get the red brakes that this vehicle has, only the SRT trim does. If you look at this interior shot, there's no Froxall or no SRT emblem on the steering wheel. Dodge says the Froxall emblem will be used on full electric vehicles to replace current Dodge logos. So this isn't a battery electric vehicle, but most likely the 4xe system that's in the current Wrangler in this particular vehicle. And we're all used to seeing SRT steering wheels on SRT branded vehicles. So the question is if Dodge will introduce a new performance trim to replace SRT for the ICE and hybrid models. But it makes sense for this particular mule to be made with the highest trim for filming its introduction video. Now, this is the design language Dodge will be going with for the next generation, starting with the Hornet. The Hornet to me is basically shaping up to be a tall Charger with very close styling and design that will carry over to both models. The Durango, as you can see here, will be styled similar as well and continue its role as the 3-row Charger. Stellantis has said time and time again that they will platform share as much as possible to cut costs, and we can obviously see that they're going to have their vehicles designed closer together to one another.
Now we're working on these vehicles together, which allows us to share some of the most costly components in a way never before done. So 8 vehicles are now being created that will come to market in the next 3 to 5 years. But that's just the beginning. Eventually, the Stella Large platform could actually touch all 14 of Stellantis' brands. And one of the most...
A few days ago, Stellantis showed off its full electric Jeep, which looks like to be a third version of the Hornet and Tonale. This is something that GM has done for a long period of time. Basically, the Tahoe, the Suburban, the Yukon, the Denali, and the Escalade, they're all essentially the same SUV with slight changes, and now Stellantis will look to do the same. So this one small SUV platform for the Hornet looks to be split into 3 so far, with an off-road variant going to the Jeep, a performance variant going to Dodge, and a luxury performance version going to Alfa Romeo. The only problem I have with this is I don't see it saving us money, but rather saving Stellantis money, because they know they're going to have a lot of problems in the near future, promising so many electric vehicles in such a short time.
To impose on the automotive industry electrification that brings 50% additional cost against a conventional vehicle. So we have to digest 50% of additional cost. There is no way we can transfer 50% of additional cost to the final consumer, because most part of the middle classes will not be able to pay for those new car sales. So we lose the customer, we lose the customer base, and then we have to shrink the company, which is going to create, of course, social issues.
Car and Driver estimates that the Hornet will have a $30K asking price. Now that's $5K more than the outdated Dodge Journey was when it was discontinued in 2020. If I look on Dodge's website, an outdated V6 Charger is $31K, a V6 Challenger is $29K, and a V6 Durango is $33K. There is no way that this tiny Hornet should be priced anywhere near Dodge's current lineup. Going back to Car and Driver, they say the competitors to the Hornet are all in the $24K price range, which sounds about right for the Hornet, which would be a very small SUV sporting a 4-cylinder. If the Hornet is a $30K base price, how much would the next generation Charger and Challenger and Durango be? Would they start off around $35 to $40K with 4 cylinders? And the next question is, will a base Hornet even have a plug-in hybrid? The Tonale is going to have a model electric hybrid and then step up to the plug-in hybrid. So what is going to be the premium to step into a 4xe-like system that's currently in the Wrangler 4xe? If I look at the current Wrangler 4xe Sahara, it is a $12K option over a non-hybrid version of a Sahara Wrangler. So a tiny Dodge Hornet plug-in hybrid could potentially start between $40 to $45K with no options. And so how much would the other Dodge vehicles cost for a plug-in hybrid? Would it be in the $50 to $60K base range? That's currently asking range for the 4xe Wrangler that's right on the 5-year-old body. That's right there in the same price range if you want to get a base Hellcat. Just saying. And that's it for this video, guys. Just a couple photos of the Hornet can tell a lot of Dodge's story moving forward and its future under Stellantis. Dodge is looking like it is moving towards smaller, sleeker designs that closer to something you'll see in Alfa Romeo. But will the Hornet work in the US? A small SUV with a small engine that's potentially priced higher than its competitors. Dodge Hornet to me does not scream the Dodge DNA that we're used to, a budget-friendly, squeaking out the most power in whatever segment Dodge caters to. I don't see the Hornet plug-in hybrid being much cheaper than the $53K Wrangler 4xe that's currently out. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Will the Hornet succeed, or will it fall out of favor like the Dodge Dart did after living for only a couple years? Help this video out by leaving me a like and subscribe to the channel. And until the next video, I'm out.